Lesson 2. How to avoid plagiarism. Want to avoid plagiarism? It's pretty simple. Basically, writing your own work will ensure that you are on the right track. Instructors in schools, colleges, and universities want to ensure that what you are writing is a demonstration of your own learning. But there comes a time when you will need to include other people's quotes and ideas in your assignment, and that's when you need to cite your sources. There are several ways to give credit to a source, but the number one thing to remember is to ask your instructor which documentation style he or she is using. There are two main documentation styles, MLA and APA. It is a really good idea to refer to a writing manual such as the Canadian Writer's Reference that shows both styles, and you can choose whichever style you need based on the course or instructor preference. The OWL Online Writing Lab by Purdue University is also a great internet source. Helpful tips for avoiding plagiarism. Number 1. Avoid unintentional plagiarism by not copying information directly. Read through the information first and then put it away. Close your book. Minimize the internet screen you were just reading, or, to really avoid the temptation to look at the source while writing, sit on your notes. Record the information you remember in your own words. This is called paraphrasing. Remember to include the source information for this paraphrase, though, as you are still borrowing information from someone else. More on this in Lesson 3. The second tip to avoid plagiarism is to keep track of source materials. Make sure that if you print or photocopy anything, that you copy the source information as well. For instance, who is the author? What is the article or story name? What textbook did you get this information from? What is the website address? Another tip is to quote using proper documentation. This means that anything you borrow from a source should have quotation marks placed around it and include a proper in-text citation. Again, see Lesson 3 for how to create in-text citations. A common question about quoting is, how do I know when to quote? Well, you want to quote when you feel you cannot paraphrase the text in your own words, or when you feel you need to include someone else's evidence to back up your own ideas. And a final tip to help you avoid plagiarism is to summarize a text. Read through information and condense what you learned by summarizing it. Summarizing means reducing the text to a fraction of its original size in your own words. For instance, if you read an article, summarize it by condensing the most important points in a paragraph. Or turn a paragraph into a sentence. When summarizing, be sure to only include the most important ideas. This will more than likely ensure that what you write is also in your own words. So that's plagiarism and how to avoid it in a nutshell. Remember, if in doubt, ask your instructor, tutor, or librarian. They are all here to help you demonstrate your learning in an honest way.